that we're going to be taking. We're at Craigtoun Country Park here. We're going to start going down the drive, which is downhill all the way. Then we've got a short stretch on the road. Then we turn up this side road. Now this is coming back up the hill. You can see by the contours. We're going down the hill, then we're coming back up the hill. Up this road, then we'll turn left and we run along the 150, roughly the contour, 160 contour. So we're going along just a country track, and then this is actually a path down another little access to this Cameron farm, I guess. Then we've got quite a busy main road. This is the main road from St Andrews to Leven. So we've got about a kilometre to go up there. Then we turn onto a side road, across the Prior Letham. Then it's a little farm road all the way up to Wester Balramonth. Cut back across the Leven Road, down this little yellow, which brings you back to almost to the park. But we'll turn off. This is a little trail that brings you from St Andrews to the park. So we turn off the road onto the trail. It brings us round the southern perimeter of the park rather than through the park itself and back to the car park where we are just now. Okay, so that's the schedule. That's 14 kilometres. So this route, I've never run any of these roads before, so this is all quite new to me. I guess we'll get lost once or twice, but it does look a nice little route and not too busy roads, so we'll see how we get on. So this is the King's Course, one of the many golf courses in St Andrews. So we'll be running along the perimeter of that. Hard work coming up that hill. So, 3 kilometres uphill, the last 2, according to the map. When we turned off the road to climb, we were at 80 metres elevation, and Here we are 140, so that's 60 metres we've climbed, 180, about just under 200 feet in 2 kilometres. So that's not bad. First bit really steep, second bit just, so that'll be about half a k, and then after that it was 1.5k of just gradual climb. That first 3 kilometres, 1843, so given that 2/3 of it was uphill, that's okay. Yeah, it's kind of still round about the 6-minute cruising pace per kilometre, so that's cool. Right, let's head off again. Okay, lovely morning for it. Bit of a headwind, but you expect that being so close to the sea. I can see the sea across that way, so we're getting the wind coming in from that. Okay, here we go then. Right, kilometre 4 went in at 5:49, and probably about 24:40 for the first 4 k's. It's really pretty rough, soft, muddy. I need to be careful with ankles on this bit. Right, we'll double knot them. Don't usually double knot, but better safe than sorry. As Coach Tony says, tight laces, happy faces. Although I haven't heard him saying that for a wee while. Right, here we go again then. So 4 3/4 k's, 4.77 at 30 minutes. So 7:06 for kilometre 5. So this is the road into Common Reservoir. So for now, that's the trail we've just come. That trail there takes you up to Cameron Farm. So dead end, no point in going up there. This one takes you down to the reservoir, which we'll be doing next week. And this one here takes us to the main road. So it's about a kilometre to the main road. Okay, so distance so far is about 5.2 k's in 33 minutes. So allowing for the uphills, that's kind of maintaining your cruising pace. You know, hills are part of running, and so it's a bit of a misnomer to say it's alright to be a bit slower because we had hills. You know, it should be your overall pace that you're looking at. But there is a little bit of comfort in having an idea of your pace on the flat and how that's affected by hills. Okay, so there was a turning back up the hill that we should have taken, so I've added an extra, I don't know, a couple hundred metres each way onto the route. It's the first wrong turning. Unfortunately, it means going back up that flipping hill. Aye. So you can see the extra that I did down to the bottom there where the road bends to the right. Must have been bits at 1 in 5, 1 in 6. So we've been going 47.5 minutes and done 7 3/4. Don't know what the temperature is, but that's only kind of halfway through the run and I feel my mouth getting sticky. I need a bit of a drink. So I think from next week, unless it's cold and or wet, I think I need to carry a drink with me, because that's 12.5k, coming up for 13k that we've done between this and the park run. So that's about 8 miles. About a third of the marathon. So I think probably by this point you would have had a water station, and you would have had, I don't feel dehydrated, but that's the big problem, isn't it, with dehydration, is that you don't feel it until it's really too late. Okay, so we've got about 1.5 k's 10 minutes or so to the next junction. Right, here we go then. Oh dear, say you should never stop in the middle of a run. That was only 2 or 3 minutes to do a wee bit to the camera, and already I'm stiff. However, by the time we get 2 or 3 minutes going again, we'll be fine. Right, 10k in, 10th kilometre, 5:59 and 1:01 for the 10k's. So this is a path that takes you down into St Andrews. The road up there takes you to Balone. So you could go that way, turn right to St Andrews or left back to Craigtoun. That's the way we've come, and this is the one to Craigtoun Park. Okay, so I reckon we're here on the map, so I reckon we've got about a K and a bit to go. And what have we done? Yeah, so we've got a K and a quarter still to do our 14 kilometres. Right, just a little sit rep. I was getting a bit tired from probably about a kilometre back. More mental tiredness I think than physical tiredness. My legs were fine and I'm breathing fine, you know, I'm not pushing myself. Definitely needing a drink though. I reckon I could easily drink a litre just now without any difficulty. Foot In the past I've sometimes had to report kind of what I've called hot toes on my left foot, and I've had that from about 1.5 k's back. So I think these shoes are definitely okay for kind of 5-10k runs, but they're not up to 20 k's. So I'll need to go and get myself a pair with more support, a bit less flexibility round about the toes. So instead of being a sharp, I think it's turning into a sharp, takeoff. So I'll try and do that, So there is quite sharp. I need something that's going to either. All right, that's great. So that lift off is quite sharp, and I think I need to change for shoes that are more of a rolling action. That's definitely, I think, where the pain in the toe joints is coming from. But it's not bad pain, I'm aware of it. Right, okay, let's get going again. So just over a k to go, and everything in the garden is rosy. We're back on the trails, which I do prefer to roads. Jeez, where did this hill come from? Well, I have to say, I didn't expect that. That's a real kick at the end. It's still going up. And I think this is walking with honour. Oh, that was hard work. Even just walking up, you can hear by the breathing. Right, here we go again. Coming up to 14k. It's going to be 28 and 25, and that last k was 8 minutes 31. Right. Okay, so 14 14k done. That's 19 kilometres altogether. Oh boy, that last one was a toughie. I couldn't believe that hill coming back up. Oh, but I think only the best of runners would have been running up that. That went generally fine. I think the only time I stopped to walk was that really steep hill coming back up to the park. Apart from that, the only times I stopped were to do little bits to the camera. I didn't actually need to stop at these points. In fact, if anything, it worked against me because I had to then get going again, and you always feel a little bit stiff once you get going again. Anyway, hamstring generally fine. That toe is a little bit sore, but I think I need to get new shoes for the longer distances. Something with a less thin sole and a bit more roll on it and a bit more cushioning on it. So we'll try and arrange that in the next week or two. Other than that, I'm really very pleased how that went. I don't think I could be asking for any better at this point. Managing the distance fine. Pace, 6 minutes a k isn't fantastic. But you know, that's my cruising pace, and that's what I've been since day one. I think, you know, when you're going an extra k a week and you're just trying to build up, as I say, the distance is more important than absolute pace. And I think once I get to half marathon distance, you know, that what's that, 23 kilometres, then from then on I'll know that I can definitely do the full marathon. Although we'll still keep building it up, but we can maybe start thinking about increasing the pace from then on. I'll need to do a bit of research on how to do that, because I don't think it's something that I can do consciously. I think it's just going to be something that comes through acclimatisation to the distance. You know, the more often you do a 20-25 minute run, the more you're built up, and the more you become acclimatised to it, and so your pace just naturally increases. That's my idea of the theory anyway. Okay, right, I've, as usual, done far too much talking. So the next run is tomorrow. Again, it's in two parts. We've got the transition group out doing 7k over logs and streams. So that leaves 12k left to do. So I'm going to be totally adventurous tomorrow. I'm going to do another, I think it's going to work out about 13k. So that gives me about 20 altogether. But instead of just sticking on the flat or undulations, it's going to be an out and back, and it will be total uphill all the way. We're going from down on the flat in Falkland all the way up to the top of West Lomond.